Hi, welcome to the Crypto Republic. Before we dive in, if you're serious about staying ahead in this once-in-a-lifetime financial shift, make sure you like this video, drop a comment, and subscribe to the Crypto Republic. Something massive just happened live, and it's sending shockwaves through the entire XRP community. A respected insider, Whitney Webb, just went on air and exposed the truth about Ripple, XRP, and what's really happening behind closed doors with the world's biggest financial institutions. She didn't mince words. She laid it all out. The digital IDs, the tokenization push, and the invisible infrastructure already being built beneath your feet. And what she said lines up exactly with what we've been warning about for years, the XRP-led transformation of the global financial system. So sit tight, because by the end of this video, you'll understand why banks, governments, and Wall Street elites are converging on XRP, how the unified ledger dream is actually unfolding, and why this live leak might have just confirmed Ripple's endgame. So let's get into it. It happened during what seemed like a routine financial roundtable, until one guest dropped the bombshell. Whitney Webb revealed that the global banking network has been testing a multi-asset digital settlement layer, and XRP is at the center of it. Not Ethereum, not Bitcoin, XRP. She said, and I quote, "The rail's already built. The only thing missing is the public rollout." Now that sounds like a conspiracy until you remember what's happening in the background. The Bank for International Settlements has been running projects agora with Ripple-linked tech firms. ISO 222 is already active, restructuring how money moves globally. And major institutions like BlackRock, Citi, and JP Morgan are racing to tokenize everything. Bonds, funds, real estate, and yes, even the natural world. What she exposed wasn't a theory, it was a confirmation. The infrastructure is quietly being unified under a digital framework, and Ripple's tech is the plumbing. The phrase she used, universal ledger, triggered instant debate, because anyone who understands on-demand liquidity knows there's only one network that actually fits the description, the XRP ledger. Think about it. Ripple's ledger already connects banks in Asia, Europe, and the Middle East, settling transactions in seconds with negligible costs. It's programmable, interoperable, and carbon neutral. 3 boxes every central bank needs to tick for their new digital framework. Now here's where things get wild. The World Bank in a 2024 internal report described an interoperable asset network for cross-border liquidity. The diagram, it matched the Ripple network architecture almost line for line. So while the headlines focus on ETFs and meme coins, behind the scenes, the plumbing of global finance is being rebuilt. And quietly, an XRP looks like the digital cement holding it all together. History repeats itself always. In the 15th century, the Medici family revolutionized finance with double-entry bookkeeping. That one innovation allowed Europe to trade globally. In the 19th century, the telegraph network connected markets for the first time, collapsing settlement times from weeks to seconds. In the 1970s, Swift did the same for the digital age. And now in 2025, we're witnessing the birth of the fourth rail of money, the tokenized ledger system, powered by blockchain liquidity. But here's the twist. This time, the public isn't being told. This transition isn't coming with press conferences and parades. It's happening in pilot programs, test corridors, and closed-door integrations. Ripple is playing the same role Swift did in the 1970s, but faster, cleaner, and decentralized. And when she went live and exposed that banks are already testing cross-border settlement with Ripple's liquidity protocols, she wasn't speculating. She was describing phase 2 of financial history. Now, here's where things get uncomfortable. She revealed that the tokenized agenda isn't just about money. It's about ownership itself. Every asset, from real estate to carbon credits, is being converted into digital tokens, each with its own unique identifier, trackable on a unified ledger. In the next decade, owning a house, a car, or even a slice of land could mean holding a tokenized certificate, verified on the blockchain. Sound far-fetched? The London Stock Exchange just launched its digital asset exchange for tokenized securities. The IMF has publicly said the era of tokenized finance is inevitable, and Ripple is already working with central banks on cross-chain interoperability for this exact purpose. She said it the best. They're not just building a new market, they're building a new reality. And here's the kicker. Only those who understand where value is moving and what rails it's moving on will benefit from it. Here's the part of the broadcast that made people's jaws drop. She explained how digital IDs will link every user to their tokenized assets, your bank account, your crypto wallet, your investment portfolio, all connected to your ID through the same underlying ledger. To most people, that sounds like convenience, but to the elites designing this system, it's total visibility. Remember, every transaction, every token, every movement of value, traceable in real time. And who runs the plumbing that enables those transfers? RippleNet and the XRP ledger. This is where the phrase, you'll own nothing and be happy, suddenly takes on a new meaning, because it's not about losing ownership. It's about redefining ownership in digital form. Let's tie this together. The IMF is testing digital liquidity bridges. The BIS is running interoperability pilots based on DLT architecture. BlackRock, through its tokenized funds, has connected with Ripple's liquidity providers. And multiple governments are drafting CBDC frameworks that mention interledger protocols, Ripple's specialty. This insider's live leak connected all those dots. She effectively confirmed that the universal ledger Larry Fink hinted at isn't a future vision. It's already online in pieces, quietly linking global liquidity. That's why we're seeing so much institutional silence right now. They're accumulating, integrating, preparing, while retail sells out of boredom. And that's always how revolutions begin, quiet, then all at once. If you lived through 2008, you know how it goes. The same people who built the system break it, then rebuild it under a new set of rules they've already prepared. Back then, mortgage derivatives collapsed. Now the next collapse could be tokenized debt without transparency. Unless we understand what's being built and position ourselves correctly, in 2008, we learned too late. In 2025, we had the chance to see it coming. And for those watching closely, the path points directly towards XRP and the bridge asset of the new system. So here's the truth. The XRP revolution isn't a theory anymore. It's a blueprint, already unfolding behind the glass walls of corporate boardrooms and IMF summits. The insider who went live didn't leak a rumor. She pulled the curtain back. Ripple's secret's out. The question is, are you positioned for it? Because when the financial reset becomes public, the window to accumulate will close faster than anyone expects. As always, know what you hold. If this opened your eyes, smash that like button, ring the bell, leave a comment with your thoughts, turn on notifications, and most importantly, subscribe to the Crypto Republic, bringing you the truth about XRP, global banking moves, and the wealth transfer already unfolding. Don't just watch history happen. Stay informed, stay ahead, stay in the Republic.